All right, thank you, Matt. Well, things are never boring when our friends from the Da Vinci Science Center in Allentown stop by. They've helped me make snow, ice cream. They've allowed me to drop an egg off a balcony and a whole lot more. So let's see what's on their agenda for me today as we get ready for Earth Day and a host of fun spring activities at the center. Troy Thrash, the executive director at the Da Vinci Science Center, and science educator Ruth Brown join me in the studio. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Great to see you. I never know what's in store when you guys are here. Sometimes I need to be a little nervous. Oh, gyrosphere, I can't forget. We rode that last month, and I survived. The bike. We've had some fun, huh?
Yeah.
So let's talk Earth Day, right around the corner, Troy. And I know you guys have a signature event coming up this month as well that's expanded quite a bit, right?
We do. That's actually a week after Earth Day. We have our big community event, which is our Science Hall of Fame and keynote. And that's part of a big weekend for us called Science Works Weekend. Eve, I have a question for you.
Okay, let's hear.
Any idea, in the last 50 years since we've been doing human space flight, how many people have gone up into orbit from around the world? Like, there's 38 countries that have gone into orbit. Just take a wild guess.
Extra trivia. 100.
Actually, it's 500.
Wow.
Well, what's going to be great about this weekend, on the 24th and 25th, we're going to have two of them at the Science Center.
Awesome.
Terry Hart, a professor over at Lehigh University, former astronaut, and another, Winston Scott, who has a fantastic story. He's going to be coming to visit us, and he's going to be our keynote speaker for the event on the evening, and that's going to be sponsored, of course, by LSI. But also during the day on the 24th, lots of programming around the Hubble telescope, and also our two astronauts are going to be speaking about the spaceflight experience.
How cool.
And then on Sunday, we're going to bring in local inventors to show kids some of their inventions and also talk about the process going from inspiration to creation of these fabulous things.
Wow, must be great to hear the stories of those astronauts.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure a lot of kids will be excited, and moms and dads, grandma and grandpaps. And Ruth, I know that we're going to have some special space artifacts on display that weekend as well, right? Can you tell me about that?
We are. For the first time ever at the center, we're really excited. We've got approval to show and display moon rocks and some samples of lunar soil. So these are actual pieces that came back from the moon during the 1970s during the Apollo mission, and we just completed certification to allow us to bring them to the valley and show them to people. So we're going to have them on display, and hopefully people can come out and check them out, because NASA does consider them a national treasure and want as many people as possible to see them.
Great. Well, that sounds like fun. And again, that's the weekend of April 24th and 25th. And because you guys never sleep, of course, there's more going on. The weekend before is the big Earth Day celebration, April 17th and 18th, right? What's happening there?
That's right. Well, we've got all sorts of programming there as well. And there are some things going on across the Lehigh Valley that we're really excited about. But for us, we're going to focus this year really on alternative energies and ways that people can save energy in their home. Just common ways that people can really celebrate Earth Day every day by saving energy and saving money, and just make it a routine thing, thinking about saving the Earth.
Yeah, that's great. I know, Ruth, that's a big focus for you guys, is talking about how families can be more environmentally friendly. It's not so hard, right?
It's really not. There's 3 R's that we usually recommend people follow, which is to reduce, reuse, and recycle. And if you do that, you should be able to save some money and save the environment. We also have a display at the center that allows our visitors to experiment with some small appliances and figure out which one uses most energy, which uses least, and maybe figure out something they can save based on that.
Great, and I know you have some great tips that we're going to share during our next segment about just simple things we can do to save energy. And you also have a challenge for me. So tell me about this.
I have a challenge for you and Troy to try to, based on what I just said, try to look at some common household appliances and decide which one uses more energy, which one uses less energy, and then maybe you can figure out how to change your habits based on that.
Okay, Troy.
And we're going to do this as a team. I couldn't convince them to give me the answers beforehand, so we'll see how we do.
Sometimes I think he might look over the answers before.
This is a team effort this time.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so Troy and I, another competition for us, buddy.
That's right. We're going to be ready.
Okay, big competition coming up in just a few minutes when Up and Atom Science continues. Stay with us. Well, the activities never end at the Da Vinci Science Center, and we're talking Earth Day, fun in space, and a whole lot more in this month's edition of Up and Atom Science. Troy Thrash, the executive director at the Da Vinci Science Center, and science educator Ruth Brown joined me in the studio once again. So good morning, guys.
Good morning.
We always have fun when you guys were here. And during our last segment, we talked about some basic ways, Ruth, that we can be a little more environmentally friendly around the house. I know you have a couple more tips for us, just simple things we can do that can help us save energy and be more environmentally friendly, right?
Yeah, there are some really simple things you can do. You can just take a shorter shower. That saves water. It also saves the energy that's used to heat the water. You can lower your thermostat, things like that. Wash in cold water, all of those save as well. And also just yard clippings, so you don't have to buy fertilizer. Plus, it's also better for the environment. And just using canvas bags is really a simple thing you could do at the store.
Yeah, so nothing difficult here. And as you mentioned in this graphic, you know, each degree we lower our thermostat can cut our heating bill by 5%. So we can save some money and be better citizens as well.
Yeah, you're definitely saving the environment as well.
Great. Okay, super. Well, I understand that you brought a little challenge for us to demonstrate, you know, how we can conserve energy, right?
I did.
And Troy and I are on the same team, which I like.
Yes. But I know you guys love challenges. So this is our energy use challenge.
Okay.
So what I have here are pictures of two basic, ordinary appliances.
Okay.
And I want you to just take them and decide between yourselves, talk to each other, which one do you think uses less energy? There's a laptop and a desktop computer and monitor. And which one do you think uses most energy?
Okay, well, my head says the computer and the monitor are all separate. However, when I'm working on my laptop computer, sometimes I have to take it off of my lap because it's so hot.
So hot, yeah.
Yes.
I think this might be the obvious answer that Ruth might see. This is what I do. I try to get in the head of the person giving the contest, like Matt in trivia. So I think that this might be the answer that Ruth wants us to pick. But like you said, I feel like it might be the laptop with more energy.
And that's assuming that Ruth doesn't know that you're trying to get inside of her head, in which case, oh, but now it's a mess.
Okay,
so what do you say? You want to say laptop, more energy?
Final answer.
Final answer. Okay, I'm sorry. I think you overthought it. It's actually the other way.
Oh, man, my theory does not work.
A laptop, on average, uses about 50 watts of electricity, and the desktop and monitor uses about 270 watts of electricity, so substantially more.
So the big, chunkier, clunkier one uses more. Okay, let's see.
It makes intuitive sense. All right,
let's see if I can reverse my theory for the second one. Let's see.
Climb out of Ruth's head on this one.
We have a vacuum cleaner and a flat screen TV.
I think, oh boy, this is a hard one, Troy.
This is a hard one.
I think the TV uses more. What do you think?
I believe that to be true. And I mean, I can certainly say at home I use the TV a lot more than I do the vacuum cleaner. But we're not going to count that. All right, I'm with you. Let's go with the TV.
Are you sure?
On this
Okay, because I don't want to put you. You're the smart in the science department.
Oh, and I'm proving that right now, aren't I? All right, we're going to go with the TV.
That's final answer?
Final.
Sorry to say you're wrong again.
Oh, man. We got to go back to making snow and ice cream.
I think you're right.
A flat screen takes about 120 watts of electricity, and the vacuum cleaner about 1,220, so 1,000 watts more to vacuum your rug. So they're actually very efficient.
Which is why, you know, one could argue.
We stick with the TV.
Not vacuum.
Matt told us yesterday we didn't have to do housework, so.
Do you have time for one more or not?
Let's do one more.
All right, this is the last one.
All right, time to redeem ourselves.
We have a dishwasher and a hairdryer.
Oh boy. What do you think, Troy?
Again, head says dishwasher, heart says hairdryer.
Me too. I was going to say
You with me? Okay.
With
that is our final answer.
So you think the
hairdryer uses more?
Hairdryer uses more? That is correct, usually.
Nice.
Very nice.
Finally. One for three.
This takes about 1,850 watts of electricity. The dishwasher, only 1,800. So they're very close. But usually the hairdryer is more.
Oh boy.
So,
this is my friend every morning around 3 a.m.
Gives you something to think about, though.
Okay, yeah, maybe I should put the windows down on my way to work and air dry.
Or let your hair dry a little bit before you start to dry.
I do
that. Would definitely be environmentally friendly.
Good. Okay, well, we only have about a minute left, so Ruth, thank you for the challenge, by the way. It was a lot of fun.
Sure.
And let's run through again what people can do at the center during your Earth Day celebration.
Okay, our celebration is being sponsored this year in part by the Department of Community and Economic Development. And what we're going to be doing is focusing on energy and alternative energy. So our visitors can take the full challenge that you and Troy just did. That was just part of it. There's a more extensive challenge.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then they also can experiment with the things that you see on the table here. We have wind turbines, hydrogen fuel cell cars, and solar-powered cars, so they can understand a little bit more about those types of alternative energy.
Great. Sounds like fun. Again, that's the weekend of April 17th. April 17th and 18th. And then, Troy, let's just go over the other fun events we have coming up. The Science Hall of Fame and the Science Works weekend.
That's right. Again, that's going to be the 24th and the 25th. We have tickets still available for the Science Hall of Fame event, but also throughout the day, both days, we'd love to see you at the center. The usual contact information, that's www.davinci-center.org, or you can certainly call us at 484-664-1002.
Great. And the Hall of Fame is going on at the Swain School, right?
That's correct.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Super. Sounds like so much fun.
Thank you.
Coming up next month in our, what's next month? May. Oh my goodness. May installment of Up and Adams Science. I understand we'll be shooting some rockets.
So I hear.
So look out for that. We'll also be talking about the big summer exhibit at the Da Vinci Science Center. And we'll talk about your Teacher Leader Institute. So lots of fun coming up in May. And remember, you can find all of our Up and Adams Science segments on our website, WFMZ.com. We'll be right back.